this is 40 Plus Gaming. Last time we played, we were exploring Thornfield Castle, where both Blethen and Idval grew up, and we tried to make a puzzle out of their piano, and that was great, except everyone but us was really embarrassed. That was a good scene. We learned a lot of world building because we visited the library, and it kind of threw some light on the things between Blethen and Idval, perhaps, like the background for why they were there, what happened to them, because we learned that there was a rebellion. It's been hinted at earlier, but like this guy Wayne, he staged a rebellion and he failed. So originally he was seen as the avatar of the Red Dragon of Drygok, which is the one that Kar is worshipping, one of the two dragons. And back in the day during the rebellion, because of this avatar status, the temple of the two dragons were fully behind this rebellion, and they supported him fully. But in the end, this rebellion, the crown that they were up against, just waged economic war against them, and the rebellion fell apart. And of course, this also had an effect on the Temple of the Two Dragons, because then they fell out of favor with the people. Naturally, the crown that they were up against, on winning, one of their nasty tricks was to say that everyone, if they ratted out Owain and his generals, they would go free. So everyone got amnesty, provided they turned traitor on their own cause. And a lot of people did that. So we have a situation, and I think it would be around 11, 13 years ago, maybe, around there, where this rebellion leader and his generals are in hiding, and his family ends up getting murdered. And the temple has fallen out of favor. The new Church of Cyrus is moving in and doing a religious power grab. Those are the people that we met in Bentref, the temple there, who wouldn't take us in because their mercy didn't extend to wolf people and enchanters. So obviously, for the Lord of Thornfield, Idval's father, he was the third son. He was nowhere near being Lord of the domain. But then maybe his older brother and father died in the rebellion. They probably supported that. They got killed for whatever reason, and he stepped in and became Lord of the domain. But before that, he had been married to Lady Rhian, an enchanter of the temple, before the temple fell out of favor. And before that, it was a perfectly sensible political choice. But now, in this new environment, with Cyrus being the new hot stuff, that was kind of unfortunate for him as his power grab. So he might have seen that as being something he needed to fix. And especially since Lady Rhian obviously was the kind of person who included the Gwythgi in her services to the two dragons, and seems to have been a really nice person. And, well, that sucks if you're doing Game of Thrones thing. So I think that explains why there suddenly were assassins out to get her. I mean, from Blethen's point of view, it was to kill Idval. And probably it was that too. I think from the Lord of Thornfield's perspective, it was just a regrettable boo-hoo. Well, that's sad, but I have to get rid of all of them because they're really embarrassing. They're in the way of my political ambitions. So, yeah, there. I think that explains a lot. And, well, that sucked for everyone but the Lord of Thornfield. And I kind of feel like that's a sentence we're going to be saying quite a lot before this story takes its end. So yeah, that's where we are right now. We're still in the castle, we're playing nice, we're gonna go through a door, and my gamer sense is tinkling. It's telling me that once we go through the door, there's probably gonna be, like, the day's gonna end, or there's gonna be a cutscene or something. So let's see when we start whether my gamer senses are actually right. So, for you, it's a very small thing to just like move a finger and press the like button if you do. And I would very much appreciate it because to me that means a whole lot for me and the channel. So thank you if you do, much appreciated. And now I will shut up and let's get gaming and see if my gamer senses are correct.
Karis, was that you?
Idwal, please, release me from these chains.
Of course. What was Father thinking? I tried to find you in your room, but...
Your father, he was performing some kind of ritual. I don't quite understand. But I cannot stay here. Whatever perversion he has planned, I will take no part in.
Fear not, Karis. You saved my life, so now it is my turn. Besides, as your betrothed, I could not see any harm come to you.
I never thought I'd be the lady locked away in a tower. Yet such stories never told of how they would escape from them. Do you have any ideas, Idwal?
I doubt I could slip through Sir Habron's sights again with you by my side. But, well, there is a crack in the wall here. Do you see? If we slip through, we can descend the walls to the balcony below.
I suppose I have little choice.
I remember I used to climb the vines with my friend when I was young. If I could do it back then. We only need to summon a child's curiosity to see us through, Karis.
Blethen, if you had died, I'd have never forgiven you. Seeing them hurt you, I was...
It's all right, Cariad. Seems like we're even now, eh? Coming to my aid without hesitation. You have the soul of a wolf, mate.
There wasn't any time to think. I saw you and I just had to act. But, Blethen, what were you doing in the castle?
I considered my options. You were right, you know. Part of me had always craved vengeance. But I couldn't do it. I was going to leave, but then I couldn't just abandon you, Caris. I heard you. Heard you call out to me.
Blethen, our minds are more alike than I thought.
Though I have to say, you're going to need to work on your howl, pup.
I'll make sure to find a good teacher. Blethen, in Bentreth,
All those things I said there, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. It was just... I was afraid. I didn't want to go back to the castle. My whole damn life I've been the coward. Too scared to ever leave the forest. All that happened in that town, I was agitated. And I let it out on you. You didn't deserve that.
Blethen, no. You don't need to apologize. Your suspicions were true. I was using you. I initially lent upon your strength because I needed you for my own protection. And then I wanted to use your sword for vengeance, always irrespective of your feelings and desires. When you told me of your past, I should have been concerned or sympathetic, but instead I was elated to think you would share the same goals. I pushed you, didn't listen to how the villagers made you feel. I thought I knew best and could fix it all in a day. You deserve a better friend. You who are so kind and wise and loyal.
Caris, do you want me to leave?
I would want nothing more than to stay in your arms. But I don't hold your leash. You are your own man, Blethen. Whatever you wish for, I will wholeheartedly assent to. I thought I wanted vengeance. That it was what the Incanters would want. That I could finally make them proud.
You have true strength, Caris. Soft and unbreakable.
I wanted your strength for my own. I've always been too weak to help anyone, not even myself. What do I even do with myself now? I feel I've made a mess of everything.
Well, we have all these mountains to get through. Unless you're about to suggest we march back to the castle? That will give both of us time to think about what we truly want.
here for this session. Interesting detail that Lady Rhian was gonna flee. So maybe that's what prompted it. Maybe Daddy Thornfield figured that out and also suspected that she was having an affair with Blethen's father. Yeah, so she was gonna run off, presumably maybe join the rebellion, or it's a little difficult to know exactly when in the timeline this is, how close to current events and Lady Rhian's death the rebellion is. But anyway, she was gonna do something more or less drastic, probably take her child with her, and she was probably planning to do this with her Gwithgi protector. So yeah, that throws some light on the background for why Lord Thornfield definitely would have wanted all of that dealt with knives. Yay, great place to grow up. And it was interesting when they were hiding back in the castle, and Idval ended up being hiding in the same place that he did when his mother was murdered, and that prompted him to just run out. I thought that was a really good little detail, because like, shit man, hardcore trauma right in your face. So yeah, we have escaped Thornfield Castle, and we are ready to begin our trek through the Red Mountains to see if we can find some answers in the city that I cannot pronounce on the other side of this. It's gonna be awesome, and we will be doing that tomorrow, and I hope you're along for the ride. So click that button, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye, bye-bye.